Hello. So this morning I was reading my Akashic Records, and I found that some of the information that came through uh, can be beneficial for you as well. So I decided to share it. At the beginning, my first idea was to paraphrase whatever I received and tell you about it in my own words. But after paraphrasing, I realized that no, I think the best way forward is just to read aloud whatever I received. So I have here my notes, um, and so I'm just gonna share whatever I have here, and let's see how it goes. So my questions were around the ideas of why do we exist and how can I live a more fulfilling life and why is it so difficult for me to control my thoughts and so on. The first of my questions was, is Earth a school? And the Akashic Master that came through to answer this told me, so this is what he said. We don't like to call it a school, it is more of a research lab, a carefully crafted scenario where different variables are at play, different levels if you prefer to see it that way. Different scenarios exist for different levels of consciousness. More than something you need to learn, Earth is all about choosing what you want to do, choosing how you want to express yourself depending on the circumstances that surround you. Then he said, we, meaning all of us as part of Source consciousness, want to find out what happens when our consciousness is reduced almost to its minimum expression. What he meant by minimum expression is in order for us to exist in a human body, we need to reduce our vibration. So that's what minimum expression means. We want to know how will consciousness react if the circumstances around itself change. Throughout the years, there have been different interpretations of the purpose of Earth. Through the different races and levels of consciousness, there are and have been different levels of understanding and purposes for the Earth. Lots of games and different strategies have been playing in and around this planet, and therefore the true purpose of its creation has been lost. If there was something we wished to learn, was how it felt to have a body. As you know, at the core, we are intangible. And what intangible means is that we all belong to Source consciousness and we all are energy. So think about electricity or air. That's our core substance, let's say. And then he continued saying, we are pure energy. So we wanted to reduce our vibratory level until we could form a physical, tangible existence that will allow us to feel. In that process, emotions were also discovered. Thoughts were formed in a different way. As you know, thoughts have always had a creative power. However, at a lower vibrational level, they work a little bit different. And so at the very beginning, everything was about discovery and experimenting. As we realized how much we could create, the creation process became more and more elaborate and complex. Creation was never meant as a learning tool as much as it was an experiment, as much as it was an experimenting exercise. So you could say though that through the experiments we were learning as well. But we were not learning about ourselves, more so about our creation capabilities, and in a way we were wondering what will happen if we do this or that. So it is really important that we understand this part where he says that we were not really learning about ourselves, in the sense that we were not trying to learn, and even now we are not trying to learn how to become consciousness, because we are already conscious at a higher level. So we want to learn instead how we can express our consciousness through a physical body. So, as with all experiments, some of ours went wrong, but we could just start anew and until it all became complex. And start anew was not an option. That's when we started to course correct, as we are doing now with Earth. So then I told him that I understood what he was saying, but I thought it was a little bit unfair, because when we were coming to Earth, we will forget whatever we were before incarnating. We somehow lose touch with our divinity when we come to Earth. So, from a human perspective, life doesn't really feel like an experiment. And then he said, we know for you guys it's different than for us, because you have not awakened to your full potential, to the reality of who you are, and so you insist on romanticizing everything and insisting that everything has a meaning. What he meant here is that we are very preoccupied about finding out the meaning of life and the purpose of our life. And so he said, but for us, life on Earth is an experiment, a complex one, but nonetheless an experiment. So here, what I understood is that we are as much the experimenter as we are the subject of our experimentation, because we are as well consciousness. So it's not that by coming into incarnation on this planet, we are being subjected to something that we didn't want to do or we didn't want to experience. At a conscious level, at the level of our divinity, we chose to experience this life as well, to take part on the experiment. And then he said, due to human nature and the role emotions play on the human experience, we have had to readjust our strategy. Thus, we went on creating angels and other guides to help you through the experimentation process. You humans also like mysticism as the hidden arts, obviously because we are curious in essence, meaning us as humans and us as consciousness. And that's why we have gone into that direction, giving you tools and knowledge through the mystic arts. And by mystic arts, he means the awakening experiences we go through when we are awakening to reality and to our potential. He also meant the other alternative medicines or energy practices that help us get in touch or remember who we are. He said, what for you seems to be mysticism, for us is our way of being. All that is part of our creation capabilities. Manifestation, using the power of the mind, telepathy, are no more than the truth of who we are all the time. And I was like, well, yeah, but you know that things work differently on Earth. And he said, yes, I know. But I am just pointing out the obvious and the way we work up here. I am opening you up to the simplicity and the possibilities of life on Earth. Then I was like, well, that's exactly my problem. I fail to see the simplicity of life on Earth. I mean, in my opinion, life isn't simple at all. I'm tired of not being able to see and feel that simplicity, and I want to manifest and reach that level of vibration where I can manifest and create as easily as you guys can. I mean, I am really tired of trying and failing to control my mind, and I am also tired of having to work through trauma and healing and shadow self and all of the other things that we humans have to go through. So help me here, please. And then he said, if you don't want to live by 3D standards, then don't act or let yourself be ruled by 3D standards when you know there are other consciousness levels and states. Stop trying to convince yourself you have to do things you don't want to do. Do only what comes from your heart. Your vibration is enough to influence what is around you, even without the use of words. The best thing to do is to lead by example. Remember, you don't have to have the funds to do what you want to do. You know they are there. What you need, whatever it is, it's already in the perimeter of your life, waiting for you to take it. Just like in a video game, you need to choose your weapons and unlock the others you need. You already know how to unlock them. Follow the path of least resistance. If something doesn't feel right for you, then most probably it isn't. There might be a setup process you might need to take care of at the beginning, but after that, just roll. Use the power of your thoughts. You know they work better if you feel them rather than thinking them. Don't overanalyze. Don't try to make everything sound perfect. Consciousness is already flowing through you, so no need to tune in. You just need to let it flow. Honoring yourself means more than you think it does. It means not doing anything that goes against what you really want, whatever it is. Honoring yourself means being true to yourself 100% and being okay with it. Confusion comes when you try to convince yourself to go against what you truly desire or believe in. That's why you get so confused. Confusion is meant to make you stop before you take the wrong path, meaning the one that goes against what you truly desire. That's when confusion comes along, when you try to go against your heart. The easiest way to get out of confusion mode is to relax. Let go of what you think you need to do. Allow your thoughts to go wild for a moment. Let them show you where your heart is and where your mind is. Then follow the path of least resistance. Accept what you truly want to do and trust that that's the correct thing to do. It will bring you the wholeness and joy you are looking for. Do only what you truly want to do and let the universe get the message that you are willing to enjoy life, to enjoy yourself, so that it can send you the blessings and experiences you want to live. Don't force yourself to do something you don't want to do, and you will feel much lighter, happier, and fulfilled. This process is different from one human to another. You all need to learn how to unlock the weapons that serve your purpose. And that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you. I hope these words help you as much as they help me. If I can take something from this, is that definitely I need to take life less seriously, and I need to follow my heart. I've been resisting that for a while now, trying to let my mind control me instead of letting my consciousness take over. So tell me, what do you think about the information that I received this morning? Let me know if there is any other question you would like me to ask during my personal Akashic sessions. And do you have any other perspective about this? Have you received some other information? Have you read something different that resonates with you? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye bye.